We like to debate some of these things, so let me begin with that. The squeeze play, like or not like? Monty, let's start with you.
Well, I like it in certain situations. If I got a batter at the plate that is not real comfortable with regards to driving in the run, I'm going to give him a chance to do it. The problem is, in today's game, not a lot of guys are very proficient at bunting. As a result, you don't see that play nearly as much as you used to. Used to be in the National Leagues, especially, you would see it with the pitcher at the plate. Guys are paid to hit the ball at the ballpark now, so bunting has really kind of lost a lot of its flair. So as a result, you don't see it. But I do like it under certain situations, certain guy at the plate who can handle that bat.
Hud, you're great at that. I know that you could bunt, you can handle it. So what do you think about it in the modern day game?
It's a welcome commodity, like Monty said, is missing. So the game needs the bunt. They need the small game involved with it, because you have to find ways to beat teams and beat your opponents without the long ball. We saw Dodgers last night leave runners at third base because all their guys were swinging for the fences. They had no way to win without swinging. You simply get your guys out in spring training, spread them out in the outfield, play some pepper, do a little bit of back control drills, and work the bunt. You kidding me? There's room for that in baseball. There need to be a lot more of that. That was a beautiful play last night. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and I think, guys, if you look at what pitchers have the ability to do it. I know as a former pitcher, when I was in the minor leagues with the Reds organization, we bunted all the time. Pitchers could bunt better than a lot of guys probably in the big leagues now that are position players, because you work on it. It's something that's very fundamental. It's very easy to do. I think if guys will work harder on it, do better at it, I think managers will have better options. They would have more success with that sacrifice or the squeeze bunt.
Hey, Hud, I want to ask you a question. We've debated this before, and it's not necessarily pertaining to the squeeze, but just bunting in general. The debate of what the easier or harder pitch. I've heard some guys say fastball's easier, other guys say breaking ball is easier. Where do you stand?
Joel, I can tell you right now, when you're facing mid-90s fastball, you want to stand in there and square yourself around to that?
No.
Put your face there in jeopardy? No, that's the hardest pitch to bunt. I know from experience. Only have 21 years of experience professionally, but I can tell you the breaking ball's going down. Breaking balls go down. You want the ball to get down. You bunt the top of the ball. Makes it easier. So they did me a favor whenever I got a breaking ball down. Even if I was fooled, I could still stay with it and get the ball down. Now, you can bunt that heater at 95, but you got to get on top of it and make sure your fingers are in back of the bat.
Ooh, I like that, Hud. That's a good.
Hey, look, I saw a Nolan Ryan fastball, what it did to Pascual Perez's index pitching finger. It wasn't pretty, Joel.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, I like the demo there with the microphone, too. Very, very good improv.
Thank you.
Let's talk about other things in the game. I mean, again, we talk so much, Hud, about launch angles and things like that now, but what else is underutilized?
One thing I think is underutilized is the hit and run. I think in today's game, there's so much emphasis on hitting the ball out of the ballpark, hitting the ball in the gaps, all the power, all the launch angle, all those numbers. But I think the hit and run is a fundamental play that could be utilized much better and much more frequently. Again, guys have to work on it. They have to, learn how to massage the baseball a little bit better, like Hud used to be able to do. But I think it's a play that I would like to see more of.
Monty, I'm going to agree with you, because, look, if you were an offensive player, I wouldn't necessarily call you a grommet, but I think you would be a pest like I was. Look, any way you can get on base, any way you can keep the line moving, any way you can move a runner to third base with less than 2 outs increases your chances and your team's chances of scoring runs. Isn't that what the game's all about? There's other ways to score besides the long ball, and besides, who better than us to talk about how the Royals went to back-to-back World Series with no power, with no strikeout ability. They put the ball in play, they moved runners, they stole, and they won a World Series, their second crown. It can be done. I'm with you, Monty. Bring in small ball. Bring it back.
Good old-fashioned baseball. I agree with you.